let's do a quick review on function and just some key terms and definitions of things we should know. Okay, so we say that something is a function if the x value doesn't repeat. Right, so remember, for it to be a function, the x value can't be used more than one time. Okay, and there's some things then that we can talk about with the function. We can talk about the domain. Okay, the domain is the x values, but we should also remember that the x values are the same thing as the input values. So the domain, the x values, and the input are sort of all talking about the same thing. Okay, we can also talk about a range. Okay, that's our y values, and our y values are also our output values. Right, so range, y values, and output are all going to be the same thing. So whenever we're talking about a function, we can sort of look at what those input and output values are and then talk about what those are for the domain and the range. So if I said something like, I have 42 cookies to sell, and I'm going to sell them for $2 each. Okay, this gives me some info that I know. Okay, I could talk about this function written out as an equation, right? I know that I'm going to sell it for $2 per cookie. I could set this equal to y, but I could also set this equal to f of x, right? This is another representation for y. This puts it in function notation. And then I can talk about what those values mean in terms of the domain and the range, right? So this is going to be my input, my domain, and this is going to be my output, this whole entire thing, right? Not just the x, is going to be my output. Okay, this x is the $2 per cookie, so I know that my x value is going to represent the number of cookies that I sell. Okay, and my output value is then going to tell me the amount of money that I make in total. Anything that I can put in this as my x value is then going to count as my domain, right? I can sell 0 cookies, I can sell 1 cookie, I can sell 5 cookies, I can sell 20 cookies, I can sell 42 cookies, but I can't sell 43 cookies, right? I can't sell 43 cookies because I only have 42 cookies to sell. Okay, I can't sell -1 cookie because that just doesn't make sense, right? So that tells me that my domain, my input values can be anything from 0, here's one way that we could write it, up to 42, right? X is going to be greater than 0, if I were to write this the other way, right? Greater than 0, or less than or equal to 42. I have to be somewhere in between there. Okay, we could say that my domain, right, this goes in braces whenever we talk about the domain. I could say that my domain is values between 0 and 42. They also all have to be integer values, right? I can't sell a fraction of a cookie. Okay. Then my output values, right, if I sell 0 cookies, I make $0, right? If I sell 5 cookies, I make $10. If I sell 42 cookies, I make $84, but I can't make any more money than that because I don't have any more cookies to sell, right? So my range is anywhere from 0 to 84, but I can only have multiples of 2, right? Because I'm counting by $2 each. So I could make $0, $2, $4, $6, $8. I'll never be able to make $9. That's not an option. This would represent my range. Okay, so use this to try and solve the task that goes with this.